Hello everyone, this is Karen Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about 5 ways to stop negative thoughts from taking control. So if you like the video related to manifest power, I would like to request you all please to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon or give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we begin, let's go. 5 ways to stop spiraling negative thoughts from taking control. One gradual habit can become a powerful mental tool. With most external wounds, treatment is usually pretty straightforward. For instance, when you cut your finger, you can use antibacterial cream and a bandage, and after some time, the wound will close. You're pretty much good to go. Treating your thought process is not as easy or prescriptive, especially if they stem from general anxiety, depression, or another mental health condition. Negative thought patterns are like a paper cut you keep getting when you have only a vague idea of what's causing it, or maybe you don't notice the cut at all until it starts still staying. Each person, depending on their condition and triggers, will require different approaches to medication, psychotherapy, and lifestyle changes. And when therapy is out of reach, it can be difficult to get fast treatment. Now, one gradual habit that might help is making mental shift. Shifting the way you think mean you are consciously stopping an established thought pattern. You re-evaluate how you reflect on a situation or even what you think about to focus on something else. It's like switching gears in your brain so your train of thought is not just looping and re-looping. In a lot of ways, this is about undoing a lot of negative behaviors and mental programming you may have learned from others. For example, if you grew up thinking you had to be the best in school and life, you're likely programmed for stress full perfectionism. Making a mental shift is a way to combat your anxiety and stress and snap out of winding thought. Now, learn the most common thought pattern, how to recognize automatic negative thinking, and ways to reorient and give yourself the kind and constructive consideration you need. Now, if your thoughts include should, take a pause. I should do, act, or feel better. I should go to the gym every day. I should get healthier. I should stop thinking this way. It's not that the intention behind these thoughts are bad. Depending on your situation, it can be healthier to eat more whole foods and go to the gym. What's potentially damaging is a word should. This can trigger guilt and send you down a frustrating path of spiraling negative thought. Now, stop leading your thought with I should. Should statement can contribute to anxious thought pattern because they put a demand on you that's sometimes impossible to live up to. And sometimes feeling like you should do act or feel a certain way adds just enough pressure that you end up procrastinating or avoiding a responsibility or activity completely. For some, this just leads to more anxious thinking. So listen to your thoughts. Are you telling yourself you should do things? What's a kinder way of keeping yourself motivated to stay on track without spiraling through a negative thought pattern? Now, try recognizing other patterns of automatic negative thinking behind these shared statements. There may be a form of cognitive distortion known as automatic negative thought. Automatic negative thought are your first thought when you have a strong feeling or reaction to something, like a reflex rather than free thinking. They are persistent and learned, often repeating themes such as danger or fear is common in anxiety and depressive thinking. For people with anxiety, automatic negative thought make these themes the showrunner of your mind, turning thought into paralyzing panic attack. However, recognizing automatic negative thought is not that easy. After all, you may have had them in your entire life. Identify and tackle your automatic negative thought by keeping a thought record. According to Mind Over Mood, a hands-on cognitive behavioral therapy workbook, you can do this by breaking down scenario into 3 parts: the situation, your mood, the thought or image that automatically spring to your mind. After you identify these, you need to actively change the thought into a more productive, helpful, or wiser one. Now, what situation is causing your anxiety? Creating a thought record is essentially putting your thought to the test. Start by asking yourself who, what, where, and when. This will help you describe what happened while sticking to the fact instead of your feelings. Who were you with? What were you doing? Where were you? When was it? Now, the second part. What's your mood in this situation? Describe your mood in one word and then rate the intensity of these mood on a percentage scale that equal 100. For instance, if you are handling in a work project, your moods may include irritated, nervous scale perhaps. If it's being handed in late, in this case, if nervousness which falls into anxiety is your predominant mood, you would rate it around 80%. Irritation and guilt would then fill up the remaining 20%. The percentage does not have to be perfect. Just go with your gut. The main point of rating them is to see how much of your thoughts were influenced by a specific type of mood. An anxious mood versus a guilty one. For example, now the third one. What are the automatic thoughts running through your mind? This is the most important step in your thought record. List the thought and images that popped into your mind relating to that situation. Try to remember what you were thinking at that time. Automatic thoughts can include I'm so dumb, I'm going to mess this up. Nobody likes me, the world is an awful place. I can't cope with this, I am going to end up alone. Now, if you find yourself caught with all these thoughts, breaking down the situation into tasks may help shift your mindset away from the predominant mood controlling your thought. For example, evaluate why the situation is causing you to think I'm going to mess this up before you begin. If it's work situation, ask whether you are afraid because of past projects that have gone awry. How is this situation different from past project? Play out the worst case scenario and see how you feel about it. Break down your emotions and mood to see if your anxiety or automatic thought have any legs to stand on. As you dig into the details, you might discover that the work situation is dependent of your past and future. Now, identifying your automatic thought is the first step in gaining control of your emotion. What are you telling yourself? Now, how can you change it? That's all about the manifestation power. That's all. I'll be definitely coming with the next video with my another content. Till then, God bless you. Stay connected. Bye bye and stay tuned. Stay home, stay safe. Take care.